what's up, guys? I'm on my break. Figured I'd just record my my trip down to the bank, just to talk with you briefly. Stay in touch, you know. I heard a really compelling thing today about the Mandela effect. If you want to talk to somebody and mention this stuff, and they obviously fluff it off to some goofy anomaly, this one really was one of the ones that did it for me. There's a Jeopardy episode. Now, Jeopardy, man. Watson was on Jeopardy, and that's Microsoft's artificial intelligence they've been working on for 10-15 years already. He won the Jeopardy a bunch of times or something, to have him back on whatever the computer. So now on this Jeopardy episode, you probably could look it up. I didn't yet, but there's a question about the Bible verse, and it's the one about the lion shall lay with the lamb, and it's a real prominent Mandela effect, because now it says the wolf shall lay with the lamb. But this is what the big deal is, guys. Dude, this is Jeopardy. Come on, it's a hardcore show about intellectualism, man, and really knowing things. Well, the lady got it right, saying the lion and the lamb. They said it was right. How could a show like Jeopardy get some... You'd think they would know. Obviously, Jeopardy would know what people sometimes say and what's true. That's the type of show that's going to correct that and catch everyone off guard. This lady got told that answer was right, and it's not. It says the wolf shall lay with the lamb. Even though in our hearts it's written, and it was the lion shall lay with the lamb. Isaiah something. It's Isaiah 112 or 12 or something. I'm not sure particularly, but see, that's what I'm trying to do by studying this stuff, guys. I'm not going to look back, I'll go over it again, I'll hear it again. And as you keep going through that shit, that stuff's going to get just imprinted on you. You're going to know what's right, what's wrong, what's been altered. We have that gift of discernment. So I don't, I just don't, I get it. No, I do get it. I'm training this guy at work, and it's just been rough, and I'm but I know everyone's got the capability to do anything in him. So that's what I told him. I said, look, dude, it's you're clearly, I'm dude, because you've been working on that beta state. You tell me you got 20 years experience, you never cut yourself, and you nearly cut your finger off the other day. It's not because my kitchen, he even had his own knife. It's because you're not focusing. You think you're aware and you're doing stuff. I'm driving by the protesters again for the stuff. They're protesting because they're not getting the deal they want through their employer, and it's right. People need to stand up for themselves. It really is crazy now that I'm seeing it, because now that I'm able to see everything, so I've been studying, I'm getting it, and I'm getting my own salvation out of it. I'm saving myself. I feel so in control. I'm doing things totally different. Calmly and tactfully handling situations that would normally get me to run around like a chicken with my head cut off, and then I feel like I'm getting work done, but I'm not. And now I know that, and now I'm even doing a lot better because I had the opportunity to work with that Chef Mark Gomez. I mean, this guy was like really world-renowned, unbelievable chef. Spent a lot of time in Europe, and he knew what he was doing. I learned a lot. But I made a video earlier saying the same thing, guys. If you're working some boring job, that's no excuse. Or you got some boring life or something, it's just no excuse. You should be like, oh, well, that's why even more that I should focus more, take control, care, So I'm gonna take a shortcut because there's clearly a nightmare ahead of us with traffic. People are taking forever. I try to be fired up and I try to bring some energy to these videos, and I'm just having a chat this time, because I don't know, I want to see what comes to me while I do have the time. Sometimes really amazing stuff comes to me and I just can't, I don't have the time to act on it, or I'm working on trying to get hardware and a computer so I can get the station more structured and get more material to you guys, better quality. Really, I mean, it's all consciousness. So just if you focus and you concentrate and you work hard at everything, the concentration and the focus comes before the work. Always calmly don't chaotically put the work in and the motion in. You gotta be kind of balanced that way. But seriously, that Mandela effect did it for me. China said they landed on the moon. Israel tried. I guess they lost their probe there. But it's like, really, like, we're just reliving the past all over again, just a little differently. Yeah, it's really deep, and my principles are really, they got straightened out. My principles and my priorities really got straightened out, and it reveals some of that stuff in scripture. It spoke of something in the Bhagavad Gita about this person in the story, and that wasn't really liked by all the rest because of his divine nature. Your divine nature is gonna make you not want to be around the average person. It's gonna repulse you. It's gonna force you to look at the side of humanity that's worth saving. That's what it's done for me. Because I'm not gonna beat around the bush, and I don't like to candy coat stuff too much, guys. I really, I'm not casting a judgment, but I started to develop a really strong just distaste and disgust for people just fragrantly wasting their life and making all these horrific choices and putting drugs and alcohol and the confusion and madness on their priority list at all, and then it ends up being at the top because your priorities and your principles are all flipped upside down by society and pop culture. I tried to even get into that stuff. I tried to get into pop culture, just be with the program. There's something about me. There's just a divine nature about me that I can get into it and check it out and see the good art in it. But most 90% of it is propaganda and social engineering and programming. To get people to act the way they're gonna act. They could do that anyways with just social engineering and stuff, guys. So now they have quantum computers that can pretty much almost see back in time and in the future now, you know? Like, that's what that technology is about. Quantifying. Taking all the information of the world, putting it in the computer and getting it to do the same exact thing that we're doing, separate but in real time, in tandem. So they can then absolutely control. That's the absolute corruption. The absolute power corrupts absolutely. Like, so there's a lot of amazing, scary, crazy, amazing, horrible, whatever. Just a lot of stuff going on in this world, and the world's going through a lot of changes. But there's a lot of good gonna, you know, if there's a lot of bad coming, a lot of confusion coming, a lot of chaos coming, but out of those birth pains, it's gonna come a better world, man. People get upset when they they're gonna start realizing what the fruits of their, you know, actions are gonna be. Like, people are gonna start seeing what they're getting, you know? It's tough, man. I tell people, don't be so quick to go get on that government assistance stuff or whatever. Like, you got to be reluctant. You'll lose your drive, man. I know, I just won't do it, man. I won't do it. So I'm at the bank. I just wanted a quick chat. Look into that Jeopardy Mandela effect, man. That's just can you believe it? Like, I mean, that's one that's gonna really do it for you guys. So look into it. Check it out. Let me know what you think. And try to stay aware, man. Wake up. Pay attention to what you're doing out there, guys. It's literally it's a decision of life or death. Do you choose to keep living, or do you want to be eternally separated from life and God? We can live forever. We can use the mentalism to transmute this, and that is the everlasting life given to us by God, which is a higher part of ourselves. Praise that and take hold of it. It's a gift of great power that's in every single one of us. And don't let this world and society hide that from you. That's what my project is on this channel. Waking people up to that simple fact. Hey, and like, subscribe, and share. It's free, man. Keep us going. I love you guys. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.